all the blessings that I cannot see. Thank you. Thank you, Lord. Thank you.
Welcome to the work of SCMI in Kenya, Africa. SCMI is African Christian Missions International. It's a missions arm of Christian Church International, the church. The church itself has many branches in the country. We have more than 400 churches in Kenya alone, and more branches in the neighboring countries, Uganda, Rwanda, Congo, and other parts of the world. So SCMI, being a mission arm of the ministry of the church, our main concentration has been in a number of areas, and I want to share that with you today to interest you, for you to consider prayerfully where the Lord may want you to be involved. We have the high school ministry that covers all the way from primary schools, high schools, colleges. So the student ministry is a very wide field. We began to do weekend meetings in schools, rallies, big rallies in our big tent. And sometimes we have 4,000, 5,000 students attending a rally on a Sunday afternoon. And at the end of the day, we can have 1,000 students coming to the faith, giving their life to Jesus Christ. This one doesn't happen in many places, in many countries. The freedom we experience in Kenya is one that we want to take advantage of. Those of you in North America know that doors have closed for you in high schools until recently, or in your schools until recently, even praying in a school. And we realize the population in our country is comprised of young people below 30 years of age. And when you lose this group of people in a country, you lose them to the world because there's a lot of drug addiction, there's a lot of rebellion in schools, there's a lot of drunkenness. All kinds of things are happening in our schools, even some burning their schools, their dormitories, their hostels, and some dying there. We are taking the gospel to these schools to change the destiny of many students. Some weekends we have more than 4 or 5 teams from our headquarters here, SCMI, going out to different schools in the country. The population of high schools alone in Kenya is about 10,000 high schools. And the total population of students is more than 3 million students. And this is a captive audience. They stay in school, boarding schools, some 3 months a term, that 9 months out of a year, they are in a school boarding before they can come home. So that's a captive audience. They will take what you give. And so giving the gospel is one way that SCMI is doing. And so we want you to come alongside and participate in some ways as the Lord will lead you. The numbers since January 2019 that have come to the faith are now running to the thousands. We have reached 57,000 young men and women in the schools with the gospel, and of those, about 12,000 have committed their life to Jesus Christ. And what a joy when those lives are turned around for Christ, that they can serve God the rest of their years. We have programs in the same area, like when they finish high school, Form 4, we have ISOM, International School of Missions. They come here for 3 to 6 months. preparation before they go to college. And that has really yielded wonderful results. These young men, they go back to their churches and they become pillars. They become models. They become light for many young people who are searching. We have another program in SCMI, the Life Changers. These are young men who finish university and commit 1 year to serve the Lord with SCMI. And they go to the high schools, they go to the colleges, the universities, and share their faith. Many have come through this door every year. Sometimes because of lack of support, we can only take in 6, 7, sometimes 9 who walk with us the rest of the year. And so that is a great opportunity for us in SCMI to impact young people, even though they are reaching others, but we are impacting them for their future ministry. From where we sit, we go northern Kenya, where the people live there. The Turkana people are nomadic. And so we had opportunities. We have a base there. We had opportunities of reaching them with the gospel. And some of the villages, it's very, very devastating. Because they're nomads, they don't grow crops. And so when it dries up, they beg for food. They look for any way that they can survive. And so we take food, we take things to interest them, and as we share the gospel with them. As you watch this video, may the Lord touch you to come alongside SCMI, either in northern Kenya, support some of the relief programs there, some of the children programs there. There are villages without any school, a primary school, even a health clinic. Come alongside SCMI and support us. We have information at the end of this video on your screen. Take that information, log on to our website, and be a contributing member. You don't have to contribute much as the Lord lays in your heart, but you know, the 1,000 member club is one that you can be contributing little, maybe $10, maybe $20, maybe $100, or even $1,000. Or your church can come alongside and take an offering, you know, once every 3 months or once a month, whichever way the Lord will lay in your heart. Please join us and be part of SCMI. Thank you so much as you continue to pray for us in this work. One other department I want to share with you before I go is the Operation Hope, getting sponsors who will help a needy child. Hannah Miller, David Kioko, and others, they spend their days and their lives serving over 250 orphan children who have no parents. Getting sponsors in the US, in Canada, wherever the Lord raises them, supporting a child in Operation Hope, SCMI, is one that you also may want to consider. It costs not much, maybe $40, $45. There are forms that we can give you, and there are faces of children who are waiting for a sponsor. And through SCMI, you can make that happen. So God bless you. God bless you indeed. We'll meet again soon.